What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And as you can see from what you're watching and from the thumbnail and all that and from the title, the new team we are managing are the Galacticos. Real Madrid, probably the biggest team in the world. In my opinion, they'd be the biggest team in the world. It's between them and Barcelona, but they gotta be the biggest team in the world, man. Bayern Munich are up there, obviously. Those three gotta be the biggest. Real Madrid is who we are taking over, and we're just gonna run through the squad real quick to have a quick look. And the one thing that I noticed from my squad, and one thing you'll notice from, is we got a lot of aging players. A lot of players coming towards the tail end of their career. Obviously, we got Coleman right there and Marco Asensio. So we got some young players, Kovacic, but the majority of them aging players, 28 and 30 onward, 28 onwards, basically. Let's say that. So one thing I want to do in the transfer window, which you're going to see a lot of in this episode, is we're going to have a huge clean out. Because they got so many players as well. So many wingers, especially on this team. It's insane. So we're going to have a huge clean out, bring in some of my own players, try and bring in a lot younger players. But just so you guys know, let me say to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are going to see Real Madrid and you're going to think, it's going to be too easy. It's going to be boring. You're going to win every game. You're going to win everything. But I'm going to make sure that it's not too easy. And what we're going to do, also you should see it in the title of the video, is I'm going to play it. I'm going to change the assist settings from automatic. I'm going to put them on manual. So for now, for the preseason and beginning of the season, I'm going to have passing on manual, through balls on manual, lob passes on manual, and I'm undecided whether I'm going to have shooting on manual or semi. Because shooting, when it comes to manual, that shit is difficult. But that's what we're going to do. So basically, it is not going to be, we ain't going to win every game. We ain't going to run through the league. And I'm going to make sure, and I'm going to stick with the same sliders as well. So on top of having it as manual settings, we're going to have the sliders pumped up for the CPU to make it a lot harder. So into the transfer window now, obviously you can see we got Fekir. He joined on a free contract before I even signed with Real Madrid. But Maxwell van der Meer is the first signing for Real Madrid. You should have already known it was going to happen no matter what team I signed with. Van der Meer is joining me, and we got him for only 17 million. The guy had an outstanding European Championships, an outstanding season with West Brom. The kid is going places. 19 years old, 82 overall. See, right now we're training Pavon and Odegaard. Like I said, the team's getting kind of old. There ain't too many players to train and focus on. But transfer window, Bayern Munich looking interested in signing David De Gea. A lot went on in this transfer window. Not just with me, but with a lot of other teams as well. Like right here, our second signing became David Alaba. And one of the reasons I wanted to do Real Madrid as well is for players like David Alaba. Like the way I do my career modes, you guys know I like to do realistic career modes. I make realistic signings. I make unique signings. Players like David Alaba, I'll never usually get in a career mode. It just won't really happen. So using Real Madrid, it's kind of a chance for me to get players that I would never usually get, like David Alaba, who's one of my favorite players in the world. But like I said, I'd never get a chance to play with him usually. And again, another player we signed, Jose Gaia. You see, Marcelo is 32 years old now, so we're going to demote him to the secondary left-back position. And Jose Gaia, who was still at Valencia at the time, signed him for 37.5 million. And West Brom, who obviously we're going to focus on, we're going to keep up with them. They have signed Kurt Zouma, as you can see earlier. You should have seen earlier. Unfortunately, Mr. Christensen decided he was going to leave West Bromwich Albion. A player who I was actually looking to take with me. But he left West Brom, went to Roma, and they replaced him with Zouma. So they didn't really, I don't know Zuma's exact stats, but they didn't really, it's kind of an upgrade, I think, possibly. But we decided 87 million to sell James Rodriguez to Arsenal. He's one of the players who I wanted to play with as well when I signed with Real Madrid. But 87 million for a player who's, 29 years old? I couldn't really reject that. Manchester City signed Alexander Mitrovic from Everton. Obviously, he moved to Everton a couple seasons ago in this save. We sold De Tomas to Fiorentina. We sold Febas to Lazio. We're selling a lot of players, man. Like I said, there's going to be a clean out. We're trying to get rid of players who really ain't going to get games. Like, these players are not going to play for Real Madrid. We have a brilliant team. They ain't going to get games whatsoever. We have outstanding players on this team who ain't going to get games. So players like them, it's a waste of time having them around. But then we got into the final. This is actually the final of the preseason tournament. I skipped all of the games for the earlier, the group stage and stuff like that. And we scored a fantastic goal. Look at that. Karim Benzema with the lob over the keeper. Beautiful goal. And that actually was the only goal of the game. We did win. I'm only going to show the key highlights for this game. We did score the only goal of the game. I don't know who that is on the ball right there, but he played a nice through ball into Benzema. Look at that. He's running away from the goal. He's running into that corner and left foot as well. Lobs it into that bottom corner. They couldn't get clear on it, and we did, like I said, win the preseason tournament. And Sergio Ramos yet again lifting another trophy. Obviously, he won the European Championships, the Euros, in the mid-season with Spain, defeating us in the finals. And now we have to come with him and watch him raise that. Odegaard sent out on loan. Another player, he ain't going to play, but he still has a little bit of potential, I think. So that's that. Diego Llorente, one of our centre-backs, is in talks with Chelsea. So we'll see how that goes. Now we've got Van der Meer in the team. He is joining up with the training. And obviously we had the European Championship, so Morata couldn't train. Now we're getting him back into the training. A lot of the players on our team are already maxed there at their potential. So training them is kind of pointless. There's not really many players worth training. But we did make a huge signing right here, and they was right when they say sizable price tag for Dybala, because we ended up paying about 90. It was definitely 90 plus million for Dybala. So that was our final signing of the episode. Next episode we're gonna have it's not Copa del Rey, Super Copa. Yeah, oh, it says it right there, Super Copa. I can't remember what it's called in real life. I'm pretty sure it's not the Super Copa, but that's what we have in the next episode. 2 matches against Barcelona, and the transfer window continues. So right now we've signed David Alaba, Van der Meer, and Jose Gaya and Dybala. So we've spent a lot of money in this episode already, but that 87 million for James Rodriguez is definitely going to help. But like I said, we're using Real Madrid, but it's not going to be too easy. We're going to make sure that it never gets to a point where it's too easy and it's boring to watch. I'm going to make sure it stays entertaining. Make sure you're around for the next episode of Real Madrid Career Mode. Peace.